again, man, when they thought it was gonna end. Thank y'all for riding with me. Where you know you forever like with your boy Stories with V. At this time, y'all know what I need y'all to do for us. Like, share, comment. I repeat, hit that subscribe button, hit the hype button, man. Drop us a comment. Today is my birthday, man. So kick back, relax. I got some heat coming y'all way. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. What's up, we back at him again, man. Kicking it off from the top. V, story time. So today, Wicked and Wild one, man. So this is when sometimes dude use their family or they clout or they G-pass, quote unquote, and it ends up going completely wrong. So now we got a little dude coming up on the west side of Baltimore, right? His name's Steveo. So now Steveo, he more so a laid back dude for real. He really hanging out the way. He ain't causing too much. He ain't really making too much noise. But he has an uncle. Now his uncle is I'm talking about a 80s Don Dada. You get what I'm saying? Now he came up when the Italians had came down here. Now, mind you, when dudes say they out the 80s mob, in my mind, that means your era was, you was outside during the 80s, so you probably was born in the 70s, whatever the case may be. So now, boom, he came up under or around this Italian dude who was kind of like showing him the ropes of how their organization was running. So now him being a sharp guy for real, he would take all the things that he learned, like, okay, he got a driver, he keeps support around him, he got a chain of command, he move and operate like this. He took those qualities from the Italian dude and he implemented that in his life, just like the rest of the OGs did, like Lord Melvin and them, so forth and so on. So now he locking with him, he ends up opening up his avenue, meaning he was, he was hollering at him for real. He was copping a little bit of work from whatever the case may be, but he more so was starting his own thing. So now, Steveo, his uncle, during this time, he got tire shops, he got barber shops, he got corner stores, he got like multiple things that generate him revenue, whatever the case may be. But Steveo is hard-headed. Steveo feel like he's spoiled for real. He entitled. Now, mind you, he's not a suburban kid, but like I tell y'all, that really don't matter when it come down to a person feeling entitled. When it come down to a person feeling like, man, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me because of who my uncle is, and that's not man time. That's not you making your own way, making your own name. You supposed to be respected because of what you gonna do, not who you gonna go get. So now, boom, he gets down with his uncle. His uncle more so give him an opportunity. Now, his uncle only give him an opportunity because he don't want it to be like, you can't never say I ain't never do nothing for you. So he ends up giving him a block. Now, when he give him the block, Steveo is doing everything but running the block. He's doing if his uncle say go right, he go left. If his uncle say go up top, he go down bottom. He does not listen, but he got a right-hand man named Brill that's actually running the block. He the one that keep everything in line. He the one that makes sure the quota is met. So when they go holler at Big Unc, everything taken care of. So boom, now, during this time while Brill was operating the block and doing everything the correct way, Steveo running around lying, stealing, finessing, conniving. He doing anything and everything, but he's watching what his uncle do, meaning Big Unc got a driver, Big Unc got security, Big Unc moves way as though you don't really know what his next move is. You don't know where he's going to be. He's not giving nobody a day-to-day schedule so way as though you can pinpoint in time where he's going to be at and when he's going to be there. He learned that from the Italian dude. So now, Big Unc pull around the block. He go holler at Brill. He like, man, where my nephew at? He like, I don't know. I think he want to go handle something for real, whatever the case may be. But during this time, Big Unc really getting more so tired of Steveo. He like, man, shorty not listening. And he really proud of Brill. Like, man, I wish you was my nephew, whatever the case may be. So now, boom, it gets to the point to where as though Steveo get a little too big for his britches. He jump out there. He rob a little dude. Now, mind you, this guy has a whole block. He robbed the dude because he feel as though he got disrespected at a dice game. So now he send his young niggas around there, even though he a young dude himself. He sent his young niggas around there. He ends up going with them. They ends up sticking the niggas. So now when they stick him, not only do they do that, Steveo take it too far. He beat him. Now when he beat him, little dude feel embarrassed. And he's somebody too. He damn near in the same position as Steveo because his uncle a made man, but he just ain't moving on no mafia time for real. So boom, little dude that get beat, he go back, he tell his uncle. When he tell his uncle ain't doing no talking. He ain't trying to holler at nobody. Y'all did that to my nephew, say less. He ends up dropping his wolves out there. They spin around the block when they spin around Steveo and Brill in them way, they let off, nobody get hit. But that's the beginning of the war. That's the beginning of where the battle started. So now they ends up hitting the block, nobody get hit. Brill and them ends up spinning back, nobody get hit. The young niggas probably wait like 30 days. They spin back around. 3 soldiers end up getting shot, but nobody end up passing away. Now, week go by, Brill and them hit back. They hit 3 soldiers, but 2 people end up passing away. So now it is already serious. There's already blood on the concrete, but now lives them been taken. After that, let's just say 30 more days go by. They spin around. They hit Brill in them block. 2 soldiers get clipped. But Big Unc is telling Steveo and Brill during this time, listen, man, y'all got to relocate. But Pride is getting at them on the tip of the ways, though, man, we ain't going nowhere. We already in this shit. They done came around here. We done went around there. Fuck no, we ain't going nowhere. Big Unc, man, we love you to death, but no, we not really respecting that call. So, boom, they ends up being stubborn. They don't move. One day, they all chilling around there for real, cooling. Steveo and Brill outside. Steveo trying to go holler at a little bro for real. He ends up getting out of there. When he gets out of there for real, that's leaving Brill around there by himself. 15 minutes after Steveo gone, 2 black vans pull around there. They ends up pinning Brill. So now when they pin Brill, Steveo kind of feel guilty. He's still not fully aware that all this is his fault. All this is his doing. But he feel like, damn, I done just lost my right hand man. And I was supposed to be there because it happened 15 minutes after I got out of there. So boom, he loses mind. He blank. He ends up catching the uncle or the little dude that they beat. He ends up catching his daughter one day leaving the little hair salon. He ends up pinning her. Boom, wrong, dead wrong. But, you know, he feel like y'all done clipped my best friend. Of course, once that happened, the big man looking like, oh, you motherfuckers in trouble now. Whole time he ends up sending a word to his main shooter. They ends up clipping Big Unc driver, Steveo uncle. They ends up clipping his driver for real. They catch him one morning leaving a little coffee shop. They ends up rocking his world. Boom. They rock his world. Big Unc get word. He's like, man, he leaning on Steveo, and he feel like, man, I'm gonna really fuck you up because you done got my driver clipped. But, you know, that's his nephew, so it really ain't much he can do. But during this time, he telling him, stay the fuck away from me. Boom. But they ends up meeting up again because they go to the funeral for his driver. They ends up going up there to the funeral. Now, they go to the funeral. They had a service, whatever the case may be. They put him in the ground. They ready to jump in the car, get up out of there. Boom. They jump in the car. They start pulling off. You know how a funeral thing is like. It's 30, 40 fucking cars. Everybody got the little stickers for real. You got to wait traffic and all that shit. So, boom. They coming down this one main street. When they get to the street, out of the blue, 2 like black trucks cut it off. Boom. When they cut it off, the shooters jump out. They start running down. They know the exact car that Big Unc and Steveo, when they get right there, they ends up lighting the car up. Boom, 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 boom. To the point where, though, not only do they pin Big Unc, not only do they pin Steveo, they pin the goddamn driver of the car, man. They pin the goddamn driver. So, boom, they ends up catching them 3. They break back to the car. Skirt, they gets out of there. Breaking news later that day. Legendary street legend and nephew gunned down leaving funeral of street legend's driver. Wicked and wild situations, man. Of course, the shooters never end up getting grabbed up, but it is what it is. And that was wicked and wild, too, the police, because they looking at it like, man, this is a street guy who done got clipped by another street guy. We not investigating that stuff. But that go to show y'all again where I tell y'all, don't get involved in the game, man. Don't get involved in the street. Stay out the way and do it the right way. With that being said, Mug, hey, birthday to the kid, man. Thank y'all for riding with me. Where you know you forever like them with your boy stories with V. At this time, one more time for his mob. Like, share, comment, hit the subscribe, hit the hype. Drop us a comment, man. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. 20K, we on the way. Let's go.